What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Bull Combo. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you're having a fantastic day. It's been another week, and that means another week's worth of Metaverse news to get through. So we're going to jump right into this week's weekly Metaverse update. As always, we're going to kick things off with Earth 2. Now, last week I talked about how EPLs were being planned, and I kind of shared my opinion on my thoughts on the EPL feature as a whole. But this week, the EPL feature actually went live, and for all the issues and concern that there was leading up to it, the release itself went over fairly well. Now, there was some issues that occurred with it, but it was probably the most successful release within the Earth 2 app to date. Now, for those that aren't aware, EPLs are basically custom URLs that users can claim to link to their specific properties. And again, my previous stance on this is that I don't think that they hold a ton of value because there's not a lot to link to right now. Nevertheless, there was a lot of excitement within the community about it, and there was a lot of them claimed when they opened up. Now, there was a list of words that were banned. Some users weren't able to claim certain EPLs, and this banned list of words actually contained a lot of words that were really harmless. So they ended up doing a secondary release that went live today, basically opening up that additional list of words that wasn't previously available. So some people were able to go in there and claim some additional EPLs that they couldn't claim before that point. Now, it does look like that second drop also came with some issues because it ended up releasing before the countdown that they had for it. So some people got a 5 to 10 minute head start on claiming those EPLs. There was some community outcry there, and quite frankly, I don't believe those users for being rather upset about the way that went down. To be honest, communication's still a pretty big issue within the Earth 2 team. There still isn't a way to provide reliable feedback to the devs and into the community without really being kind of shamed out of the Discord or pushed out of it for being negative. So hopefully that's something that can be improved. Other than that, we'll just have to keep watching the Earth 2 platform and see what other features they roll out in the near future. It seems like every week we have a ton of Sandbox news to get through, and this week is no different. So first off, week 3 of the Walking Dead land sale near the Commonwealth location occurred and sold out in a few seconds. That included the regular and premium lands. This was one of the quicker sales I'd seen occur in the last few weeks. Next week will be the last official wave of the Walking Dead land sale, which will be your last chance to buy land on the Sandbox Metaverse map near one of the Walking Dead locations. These have obviously been really desired locations as the sales have gone really well, so if that's something you're interested in, I definitely recommend getting in on that. In addition, it looks like Pororo, the little penguin, partnered with the Sandbox, and they're going to be having their own themed NFT drop and land sale on September 23rd. So if for some reason you miss out on the land sale for week 4 of The Walking Dead, you will have another opportunity on September 23rd with the Pororo land sale. In addition to that, there's also a gaming metaverse writing contest being held by Hacker Noon, also in partnership with the Sandbox. So all you have to do to enter that is go over to Hacker Noon and submit a written piece of work with the hashtag gaming-metaverse. And that's all you need to do to be considered entered into the competition to win $2,000 worth of SAN tokens from a $5,800 prize pool each month. This is going to be running from August 1st through October 31st. So you have a couple different months to win this. If you're a good writer, if you think you have some skills when it comes to writing, definitely recommend entering this. And the last note from the Sandbox guys was just a reminder of the Sandbox Bootcamp classes that have open spots right now. So if you didn't get a chance to participate in the last round of the Sandbox Bootcamp and you'd like to get that opportunity, I definitely recommend checking it out this time around. A lot of beneficial information in there, whether you're a new creator or someone with some experience inside the Sandbox. Definitely see lots of people talking about how it's been a very beneficial experience. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to register for a class and get Sandbox certified. It's been another busy week for Veve. Veve has been releasing drops multiple times per week now. I know previously we were seeing drops every Thursday, but now we're seeing multiple drops every week just to show the level of demand that Veve has reached at this stage in the platform. They kicked things off with the Star Trek drop that saw the USS Enterprise and Borg Cube in 1/6 scale models and 1:1 scale models available for purchase. Then later on this week they had the Hulk comic book series, which saw several different covers of the classic Hulk comic book revealed. To top off the week, they released what was probably one of the most anticipated features on the platform as of late, and that was the AR comic viewer. So users are now able to view and read their comic books in AR format, basically setting it on a table and reading it as if it were there. This is a really cool feature, guys, and I know we're still waiting for the ability to place these in our actual vault, but this is one step closer to getting that access. And I just think it's a really cool way to view these comic books. It's cool to be able to read it on your phone, but to be able to read it and turn the page as if it's sitting on a desk. It's basically creating AR-style books, and I think that this is definitely going to have use cases that expand far beyond Veve and probably into other realms of education and literature, etc. So very cool things coming out of Veve this week. Star Atlas. This is Star Atlas's first time on this list, but this is a platform that has been on my radar for a few weeks now. This week marked the first time that Star Atlas would be selling their much anticipated starships. There were ships of various prices and various purposes that were sold over multiple drops this week. This is the first of many drops that are going to be released when it comes to the ships in the Star Atlas metaverse. Now, for those that aren't aware, Star Atlas is basically a blockchain-backed metaverse on the Solana network that has AAA style artwork and AAA intentions when it comes to the actual platform experience and the game. Now, so far the artwork is absolutely incredible, and the team is extremely large and very robust. There's quite a few people working on this project right now, including some pretty well-known individuals in the blockchain gaming space. It's had a lot of backing recently from some individuals that are really into the gaming and gamify crypto space. So it's been generating a lot of conversation just amongst the blockchain gaming community. And the drop this week saw an incredible amount of demand to the point that the first drop actually crashed the site. And while they were able to rectify the issue, and the rest of the drops actually went fairly well, there was some additional issues that were uncovered throughout the drop, and I don't think that these are unexpected things, obviously, with a brand new platform like this and with so much demand, but definitely some things to keep in mind. Now, I think Star Atlas has a ton of potential here. I think they're doing things the right way. I was actually just in their town hall listening in today, and the way that they communicate with their community and the way they're laying out their roadmap and plans is extremely impressive, and I'm really just going to keep a close eye on these guys. I did snatch up some ships during their last sale, and I really think that they have the potential to be one of the more successful platforms when the time comes for the app to release. So very cool things coming out of Star Atlas here. Definitely curious to see what we see from them in the near future as well. Polygon Studios and Decentral Games. Popular Layer 2 Ethereum solution Polygon has announced a strategic partnership with Decentral Games, the world's first metaverse gaming decentralized autonomous organization, or DAO. The partnership's goal is to solve challenges around scalability, interoperability, speed, and the transaction costs during play-to-earn games. Their hope is that Polygon's Ethereum scaling solution will allow Decentral Games to eliminate outages and long maintenance periods that can significantly affect the gaming experience. Scalability and speed are two of the largest hurdles that blockchain-based games need to overcome and play-to-earn-based games need to overcome right now if they wish to experience the level of success that much larger game studios and AAA games are experiencing. And that's not to say it can't be done, but obviously focusing on making that improvement is and should be a priority. And it's encouraging to see Polygon Studios partnering with Decentral Games here to make that a reality, because as most of us have noticed from these blockchain-based games, etc., transaction speed, gas prices, interoperability, scalability, those are all things that have suffered greatly. So hopefully we can see some improvement there when it comes to those limitations. And it's really encouraging to see Polygon Studios taking this so seriously, tackling it head on now before blockchain gaming reaches its peak, because obviously we haven't even come close to that point yet. So very encouraging stuff coming here out of Polygon Studios. Facebook has officially announced their Ray-Ban themed smart glasses. In a recent press release, Facebook announced their Ray-Ban themed smart glasses in a joint partnership announcement. These glasses are capable of taking pictures or recording video with sound via their dual-mounted cameras and location-based microphones. We didn't really know what to expect with these, and while the traditional AR features aren't there yet, I can see this being used by some as a replacement for traditional smartphone filming, as well as for action cam style videos. Now, there's some concerns regarding privacy here, and rightfully so. I think it's going to be a lot more difficult to tell when someone is filming or surveilling somebody with a tool like this or with a device like this that has this capability. So the type of regulation that's put into play, the way this is received at the consumer level, those are all things we're going to have to keep an eye on. Nevertheless, it's really interesting to see something like this coming out, and I have a feeling this is just a hint of the direction we're going to see hardware, specifically mobile hardware and metaverse-themed hardware, take here in the near future. Now, it's no secret that Facebook has wanted to rebrand themselves a metaverse-style company, so seeing this is very much in line with that move. And I anticipate we're going to see other pieces of technology like this come out from Facebook in the near future, as well as their competitors. Nevertheless, it would be interesting to see if these have any additional utility or if the usability reason is there. I mean, obviously there has to be a reason for people to buy these, so hopefully they make something easier or they provide some sort of benefit to standard smartphone camera use. I'm sure the jury's still out on whether or not that's the case. Nevertheless, I think these are extremely interesting, and I'm really curious to see what other types of technology comes out from Facebook as well as their competitors here in the near future. I have a feeling the next few years are going to be very interesting. All right, guys, and the last update I had for this week was something really cool. It was about Pentakill: The Lost Chapter. So earlier this week, an interactive album experience was hosted on the Wave platform. And basically, the event saw metal band Pentakill from League of Legends performing an interactive album experience that allowed users to view the performance and experience the performance in an unprecedented way. Audiences saw themselves immersed in the experience, engaging with the band and each other like never before through live chat, voting, and by seeing themselves live on stage alongside Pentakill. The event was also live streamed on YouTube and Twitch. Guys, this is obviously the latest in a string of virtual events that have been hosted in multiple Metaverse platforms. I think people are still trying to feel out what the best way is and where the best place is to host these style events, but as they go on, as more platforms do these events, I think we're really going to start to see what works and what doesn't, and what type of experiences people are looking for. Now, I was looking at this experience, and while I'm not a League of Legends fan, I haven't really played it too much. This is a really cool idea, and what they're doing here is very cool. It's a very unifying experience for gamers and music fans alike, and I have a feeling we're going to see other platforms continue to do this. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a concert in Call of Duty here in the near future. So, that being said, I think that these community-style events, they create a sense of community, they create a sense of togetherness, which obviously bolsters the overall positive experience that people have from these games and from these platforms. So I think it's a win-win experience because it provides something to the company and it's also providing a beneficial experience to the user base. So I can't wait for more virtual events. You guys know that. That's no secret. If there's a virtual event that is related to a brand I enjoy or a band I listen to, I'm definitely going to make my way over to that. And I encourage you guys to do the same thing. And I'm really curious if any of you guys have attended these events. Let me know what they're like down in the comments because I'd really like to hear that from someone firsthand who's had that experience. All right, guys, that was all I had for this week. Some interesting updates as always, some newcomers to the list, but nevertheless, interesting stuff always happening in the metaverse. As always, if you want to say hi, if you have any questions or comments, make sure to post those down below in the comments, guys. And if you liked this video, make sure to smash that like button. It goes a long way to helping with the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate all the support, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic Friday, an excellent weekend, and until next time, we'll see you soon.